Hey guys, what's up? Yay! Okay, so this is Andrew with. I'm gonna do a video tutorial of how to do a adjustment layer lightsaber effect. I was actually just getting into it. Just I had a video that I edited quite a while ago. It's up on my page, so you can check that out. I think it's up there. It may not be up there. It might be up there. But anyways, I did do a Star Wars video and lots of lightsaber, fights and everything. So I figured, and this was one of them that I edited out just because of the time constraints and everything. So I figured I'll just come through and do a quick tutorial while I'm doing this. So first off, we're gonna start in Premiere, and basically I start with just the raw footage, edit through to see exactly how I wanted everything to pan out and audio wise and different angles and all that kind of stuff, make sure it's good. After I did that, I kept the extra footage, just put it into a new folder, mistakes, just footage I wasn't using, just kind of all that kind of stuff. Another sequence, I actually got the humming, which it's really annoying with my camera. I have a really bad camera whine, and I can show you why real quick. And I just use the denoiser. So we'll open that up real quick, and this is what it kind of looks like. And play it. I'm not sure if you can actually hear it, but here we go. This is with it without the Hummer, without the denoiser on. And then I'll turn it on now. So it's pretty noticeable on there. It gets really annoying. So just add denoiser, a little dehummer. Dehummer didn't really do too much, but it helped a little bit. After I did that, I went through and I went another one for the lightsaber hits. That noise, the click, the hit, the bang, whatever. Mine's plastic, so it's kind of like a clack or click, loud click. I don't know. So it's really annoying. So basically, I went through. When you get to it, you hit C. You get this little splicing tool. My general is before you hear when you hear the click, when you're just cycling through it, so you hear the click. As soon as you hit it, you go to the frame before, hit the splice, and then you go through until after the noise is done, and then you hit it again, mute the layer, boom, you're good to go. Then you go through, basically you go through the whole thing, whole fight, and do that same thing. If you have other noises that you want to keep in there, you don't have to mute the little section. You can just turn it down real quiet, so you still have that length. You can obviously re-record just the grunting through a microphone, whatever you'd like to do. But you don't have to mute it. Obviously, you want to turn it down just so when you actually have the actual sound effect of the lightsaber going, the clash, you don't hear the click too of the actual real blades hitting, because that sounds pretty stupid. So basically, you just go through your whole fight, and basically it'll look and sound something like this. You're not. I'll go through that one more time. It's just you're not. It sounds kind of funky right now, just because there's nothing. So again, so you just go through, and anywhere there's lightsaber clash, you turn down or turn off the audio. Pretty simple. Just for forgot, you guys probably don't know. If you're new at this, you may not know how to do this. You hit the V tool, which is just your standard tool, and then you go zoom in real good, and you see these little yellow lines. When you get this little up and down arrow with the white, you can go up and down, and you get the whole decibel thing. Turn it off. You just go all the way down, and you get that negative 0.0 decibels. All the way up brings it to 6. So you can find a median in there if you want or whatever. I always just turn mine off. It's easier unless there's another effect or sound that you want in there. So after that's done, you export to After Effects. Just go to Dynamic Link, and then new After Effects composition opens up After Effects, brings this up, and then I actually had to go in here and go into Import, and then Adobe Premium Project, get this whole file right here, all my sequences and the raw footage. So for time's sake, I already had this ready. So first is what I did. So this is basically what it'll look like. Obviously tweak it up. I'll delete all these real quick. You'll start out like this. You have the footage layer on top, followed by solid white and a solid black. You want your top one set to screen. You go into your pen tool, and this is how you get this. As you select your white, and then you go into your pen tool, which is this thing. You draw around. Start with 4, just 4 points. The 2 at the base of the Lightsaber and 2 at the top. Just you can zoom in, get real nice and tight in there. And once you do that, you get this. When this is set, you don't start with this set to screen. Set with normal. You won't see anything. It's just so you can see your pen. You can see the blade. And then once you're ready, after you got that first one done, then you're going to go into screen. And what I also do is you go into here and go into the transform. Just turn down the opacity to about 50 or so, just whatever you like, 40, 30, just so you can still see it. Also, once you get your first one on there, hit this little mask path tool. It'll make it so this will stay, so then when you go into a different layer, it'll move with it. So for example, before the blade comes out, it's gone. So you just move it off screen, make sure there's a keyframe right before it comes back on, and just so it doesn't flow back on, and then it goes there. Same thing if it goes off screen again. Right when it goes off, make sure there's the keyframe there. Right when it goes off screen, and then right before it comes on, the frame before it comes on, have another keyframe of it off screen so it doesn't just float on there, because you'll get some really weird stuff. For example, I'll do a quick example. Oops, don't play. Okay, I'll do this real quick. Now, let me zoom in. So right here, we'll just do a right here, and then we'll do let's move this, select it all, and then we'll just move that to there, and then we'll go up to here, and you'll see that, for example, if you don't have one right before it goes on screen, let's say this is actually going to on screen, and we'll go ahead and delete this one right here. Basically what it'll do, so let's say it's off screen, yada yada, you have it off screen, but you don't put a keyframe right before it comes back on. So then it just slowly floats back on screen until it gets to that one keyframe, boom, it's on. And then and then you watch it and you're like, sometimes you miss it and you're like, oh, how did that happen? So just make sure you go onto here right before it goes back on. You go here, you select all this, and you put a keyframe off. So then instead of it might float around off screen, that doesn't matter. Then there, boom, it just goes back on. So pretty simple right there. Once you've finished that part, you add what's called adjustment layers. So we'll go new, right here, new, no, what did I do? Wrong one, adjustment layer. Put it below it, and I'm going to do 3, but first you want to add an effect. That effect is a fast blur. You can do whatever blur you want. Just hit that button, start it at 1, enter, boom. Select the layer again, just so you're not duplicating the effect. Command D or Control D if you're on Windows. Go to the next one down. Also, you want to set this to screen. I keep forgetting to say that. Make sure they're both on screen. When you duplicate it, though, it'll be set to screen. So there you got a nice glow. So then this one you can set to whatever's a nice, good core glow for you. 10 doesn't matter. So adjustment layer is just gonna keep. So on every adjustment layer, it takes everything below it and adds up. So pretty nice right there. So you can add more, whatever you want, just so you get a nice core glow. Again, you're gonna add another adjustment layer. This can be different. Again, below the footage, set to screen. Oh, no, sorry, normal. This one's not set to screen. It's normal. Yeah. And then you add another effect. What are you talking about, Premiere? It's having issues. Okay, color balance. So you get to this, and then basically you want to keep with the midtones. You can add a red, so you get a nice red blade. You can add a little bit more in here just to just get the desired effect. Hit the preserve luminosity. Just makes it, you know, a little bit smoother and nicer looking. So basically you get that. It's gonna look better when you have a, you know, your good full resolution going. And when you render it out, it'll be nice. And obviously I'm zoomed in all the way, so it's gonna look kind of blocky and everything. So there's that. So basically you get that. So then it looks a lot nicer when you're zoomed out. And that's pretty much it. You guys, I forgot about this little part. This is just a little bit afterwards. So when I realized I forgot to mention this real quick, I forgot to say when you are done with, you know, all your lightsaber stuff, and what you do is you bring it all together. So you turn off your footage layer, and then you go into your comp that you're gonna bring everything together in, both lightsabers and your background footage. You bring it in here and you just drag in whichever composition, and you drag it in up here. I've already got it in there, so I won't drag it in. So then you get this, and you set the comp that has the lightsabers to screen, because if you don't, you get that. So you set the screen real quick, and then boom, you have both lightsabers coming in, and you're great to go. Just make sure you turn off the footage layer, and you'll be great. Everything else stays the same. Just turn off that footage layer, because if you don't, this is what will happen. It'll be very bright, and you don't want that. So, and you might get the little ghosting imaging. So just make sure you turn it off so you can come into here, and boom, you got your lightsaber on there, and you're good to go. So at that, there you go. I'm going to give a shout out to Ryan Weber. He's the one that did this. You can do his tutorial, and I'll put a link on the video, but you just go to here, and this is his video that he did. I just wanted to also do the whole Premiere part as well. And when I get closer to being done, I'll also do a sound effects one if you guys want me to. Just hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Thumbs down. Give me some, you know, obviously some comments. I want to hear what you guys think about this. See if I maybe want to do some more tutorials, anything like that. So at that, I think I'm going to end that. Thanks for viewing this, and please subscribe.